This is one of the most common challenges and issues facing the workplace from a new manager. And it is that transition from being a peer to now leading those bunch of peers. So you all used to work together as friends in a department, but now you've been chosen to be the manager of that department. That is one of the most common challenges that I deal with when I am coaching, a lot of my clients. Now, it's important to understand that you are the boss and you're not their friend. You're not there to be their friend. You are there to be their boss. Okay. You're not there to be their friend anymore. And when we look at that, if you think around a friend, what is a friend? A friend supports each other. You are in it together as equals. You tend to gossip, have shenanigans, play up, do whatever it is that you do in the workplace as a bunch of equals. But now you are the boss, you're the manager, you're the leader, which means you're in charge of the productivity, the results that you get. You're in charge of hiring, firing those people, giving performance appraisals. And what used to serve you as a group now is not going to serve you moving forward. And I've witnessed this a lot of times in the workplace. Employees need to know who's in charge, and they need to have a set of rules and boundaries and frameworks to work from. And look, I'm not saying this is an easy thing to do. It is one of the most challenging things that you could do in your early management career, but it's really essential that you can put a bit of a framework in place. And I'm going to show you that framework right now. So the first thing you need to do is obtain distance. Now, we talked about that in the first two videos, but it's really important just to stand back and let the team now have a bit of fun without you being directly involved within that. It's just going to create a bit of distance, a bit of a gap between you and them, which is really important when it comes to managing your team. Number two is wear the leader's hat. Now, what I would like you to do to be really effective is write down all the characteristics of a great manager, of a great leader that resonate with you. Because once you've written them down, you're more than likely going to act and behave in that way. In the military, what we used to do, specifically when we're physical training instructors, on completion of our 9-month course, we'd be junior non-commissioned officers as corporals, and that came with it a lot of responsibility. So what we used to practice is taking it in turns each week to be the senior person, to be the manager, the boss of that team. On the flip side, when I was an instructor, what we used to teach all of the graduates from there is you need to wear a different hat now. And the best way to transition that really quickly is identify what the characteristics are of a great leader for that week. Okay, so what makes a great leader in your eyes and your mind, and then start adopting those behaviors. And that made the step from being a team member to being the team leader really quite quick and easy. And everyone knows where they stand then. Number three is identify the boundaries. What are the boundaries that you're going to set? So whether it's time, places, standards, expectations, timings, giving feedback, you need to start identifying the boundaries, what they can and can't say in the workplace. So, whether they call you mate, whether they have a bit of a nudge, nudge, wink, wink anymore. Whatever that is, you need to identify those boundaries. So number four is be professional. And that comes with it, without saying so, professional. And that means one of the biggest ones is no gossiping in the workplace, be a role model for others, set the expectations, treat everyone with respect. For me, it's one of the biggest one is that gossiping is to nip it straight in the bud and tell them straight away to stop gossiping. Because if you think about it, you as a manager, you're entrusted with a lot more knowledge and information on people around the department. So you can't go gossiping, making rumors anymore, because it affects people's livelihoods now. Number five is control your inner voice. Like I said, this is going to be a challenge. You could suffer from imposter syndrome. So when you're going into your first team meeting saying, oh, I don't know how this is going to work. Are they going to respect me? Oh, I'm not sure whether I'm ready for this. All the language that you're using there is quite negative. So flip it around and say, I'm going to be cool, calm, and confident. Cool, calm, and confident, cool, calm, and confident, and keep repeating that. And when you go in there, you're going to be cool, calm, and confident. You're going to set the boundaries out. You're going to take action and get the results. Number six is continue to connect with people. Continue to connect. I found this a real challenge when I was first promoted in as a manager, and that one there, continued to connect. What I did, I ended up socially distancing myself a lot, not going out with some of my peers and friends that I used to be friends with, because I didn't know how to react to all different situations, whether we're going out drinking, just socializing, having some shenanigans. But one of the things that got me through is continue to socialize. So continue to socialize, continue to build relationships, but know when is the right time to leave. Okay, so you're not going to be the last one out. You are going to try and make sure that you're going to leave at the right time, not get involved in too much, because that will then come back in the workplace and bite you. And the final one, number 7, is acknowledge. Acknowledge the fact that it's going to be a little bit weird. It is the new normal. It's going to be a little bit challenging. Things will feel a bit awkward, specifically in the team meetings and your one-on-ones. You used to be friends, but now you're talking around goals, productivity, what results you're going to achieve this month, and giving feedback. So acknowledge it's going to be a transition, because it is a process. It's a process of psychological change, right? So you're changing from old to new, and it's going to take time. It's like folding your arms, uncrossing them and folding them the other way. It feels weird, feels wrong, but you need to continue to develop, continue to be a role model, know what your characteristics are, control your inner voice, set the standards, the rules, and the boundaries. Everyone wants to know who is in charge, who is the boss. They need to know that. They need to know the boundaries, the rules, and the expectations. Those things there will set you free. And you need to be disciplined to stick with that, because discipline equals freedom.